I told him that the Chinese man in one of the companies was the illegitimate son of a member of the Standing Committee of China. He said that couldn't be true. The guy was born in the United States. I said that those born in the United States are indeed part of the Chinese Communist Party's gene plan. This American-born Chinese is one of the people who controls the secrets of almost all human beings. He has more information than the CIA. I said if one day he sits in the interrogation chair, you will ask him 2 questions: who was behind the Sinovac vaccine? When did Sinovac technology started, and what's the relationship between AI, Sinovac technology, and vaccines? I told him that the Chinese...
Hello, my name is Ava. I'm so happy to be here. Hi, Henry. Hi, Richard.
Hello, Ava. Hello, Henry. Hello, global fellow fighters. I'm so excited to be with you again for this Take Down CCP program.
Hello, hi, Ava. Hi, Richard. And nice to see you again. And then thank you for having me on.
Okay, we continually talk about the vaccines. What is the vaccine done to the human being? Maybe Henry, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So please look at the first slide. Yeah. So the first one, you know, there are 8 cancer researchers who died in a plane crash in Brazil. They were investigating the links between mRNA injections and turbo cancer and wanted to publish their work. They were on their way to a press conference. Okay, please look at the next one. Okay, thank you. Turbo cancer, okay. Dr. Maris, now, quote unquote, now this is very important because patients who is developing cancer after taking COVID vaccine. So these are extremely rapidly growing tumors. They are coming in at stage 4. And it's whether it's young women with breast cancer or women in their 20s, something we've never seen before. Young women with men and women with colon cancer in their 20s and 30s. Again, we have never seen. So Canada, 2 years old, I've never heard 2 years old with colon cancer. Okay, next one. Turbo cancer is not responding to conventional treatment. Dr. Morris, we've never seen this before. That's the incredible part. And they are not responding to conventional treatments. So they are not responding to the chemo. They are not responding to radiation therapy, immunotherapy, or if they do respond, they have a very, very short response time and remission time. And then the cancer comes rolling back. Okay, quote unquote. And in a lot of these tragic cases, the patient dies within 6 months. This is another one of the features of turbo cancer is in prognosis extremely poor if you go to the conventional route. So you need something else. Ava?
Okay. This time I learned turbo cancer, and that one I really confused. What the cancer have many style, but this one like making the very young people they die, and then see the PPT already talk about like a 2 years old, and they got the cancer. This is happened after like a COVID vaccine, and also the 8 people they died in Brazil. That one make me very sad, and I feel this 8 people must be very important. And this is before I always think about this coincidence or something like a bad luck, but now I really have a big question mark. How come? And this kind of people died at the same time. In one plan they are crushed. So Richard, you want to share something?
Yeah, thank you, Eva. Thank you, Henry. Yeah, actually, I think today's topic is, I think, very popular, especially after the pandemic and the COVID vaccine injected, right?
Yeah.
So this post news that about the 8 cancer researchers who died in a plane crash. To us, I think it's not a big surprise because they are doing the research in about the links between the mRNA and the tuber cancer. Tuber cancer, as Eva said, that tuber cancer is the one that we only heard it that 2 or 3 years before, right? Before after the injection of the COVID vaccine, and before we never heard that when somebody got cancer, and then at the beginning when they examine and they got that it's already at the stage 4 or more serious. It's not possible, right? Not logical. But today, when you look at the people or friends around who got cancer, it's surprisingly a similar situation, right? Stage 3 or stage 4. It's so sad. But now we know that it's because of the COVID vaccine, right? So last episode, we remember that the mRNA produced the spike protein, which damage your immune system and cause all of the problems, right? And in the COVID vaccine, in like Pfizer's, they have 40 trillion mRNA per shot, and for Moderna, even worse, right? 100 trillion mRNA in per shot in Moderna shot. So it's horrible. So, but people are like before the pandemic, people suffered a lot from the cancer, right? But they have no other options. They have to go with a traditional or conventional treatment, right? Or chemo or radiation, whatever. The patients suffer, but at the same time, the big pharmas or hospital, they make a lot of money, right? So it's a money thing. So that can explain why the 8 researchers, they want to do such research and the links between mRNA injection and tuber cancer, and then they immediately before they go into the press conference, the plane crashed. So this is the horrible truth happening today.
Yeah, because before, like I remember, I can't remember the year. The two a couple is a Canadian, Caucasian. They have the pharmacy. They making ivermectin, and they died, and those is murdered. But this really like make me. Well, now is before I think we are the people is like simple thinking, but now I feel why they died that time and why these 8 people died. We feel very sad. This kind of people must be they study a lot and they know a lot. Well, whatever. Let's take down the CCP and when we will have the clear answer. So maybe continue. Let's finish other 2 PPT and then we talk. Go ahead, Henry.
Okay, thank you, Eva. Okay, I just before that, I just say a few words. Okay, so just like what Eva said, I don't believe in conspiracy, but I don't believe coincidence either. So I don't know there was a conspiracy behind the tragic death of these 8 scientists. Okay, but I do know that they were doubting the mRNA vaccine, and they were successfully link the table cancer to MAR interjections. So maybe most of people, as Richard just mentioned, most of people are shocked to their findings, right? But to our followers of the NFFC and the whistleblower movement, or those who got a chance to listen to the whistleblower the whistleblower of the COVID vaccine by Miles Gore, the founder of the New Federal State of China, and the whistleblower movement. It's not surprise at all. to us, it's only just another verification of what Miles revealed to the world. So as early as 2017, so Miles revealed that the CCP is 3F plans, like 1357 line plans and wide eliminating plans. So it aims to subvert a U.S. like American government to promote communism. So also in May, like 2019, Miles revealed that the CCP planned to release the bioweapon virus, all over the world. In January 2020, Miles warned vaccine disaster and vaccine politics, saying that all those COVID-19 vaccines mRNA vaccine came from the CCP's bioweapon warfare. The COVID vaccine is the continuation of the bioweapon war. So that's why we are not supposed that we are not shocked at all. So this is like what I want to say before the slides. Okay, so please look at the next one. The cancer, the tuber cancer does respond to the anti-parasitics. So, according to Dr. Marcus, the turbo cancer after COVID vaccine do respond to the antiparasitics, and they respond very well. This is, whether it's ivermectin, fenbendazole, or mebendazole. These patients are responding. So now, when you are using, quote unquote, when you are using antiparasitics for cancer, the dose is higher than the dose you would use to treat parasites or to treat COVID. So I gave just a rule of the thumb for ivermectin. For example, it's about 5 to 10 times the dose than if you were just treating parasites or viruses. And go into the why does it work? Why does this antiparasitics work? Cancer is so the reporter asked him, cancer is a parasite? Dr. Marcus responded, said, that's one possibility. Okay, please look at the last one. Ivermectin kills cancer stem cell, chemotherapy cannot. So Dr. Marcus, quote unquote, quote, but when they look at the mechanism, they've identical a number of interesting things. For example, ivermectin shut down and kills cancer stem cells. Now, this is important because cancer stem cells are the reason chemotherapy doesn't work. Chemo can't kill cancer stem cells, which are not rapidly dividing. Chemotherapy will kill everything that is rapidly dividing, but cancer cells, stem cells are not rapidly dividing. And so the chemo will kill the rapidly dividing tumor cells, and it will leave the cancer stem cells alone. While the cancer stem cells will start rapidly dividing a year later, 2 years later, they are going to spread to the other parts of the body, quote unquote. Okay, thank you, Eva.
Okay, I learned cancer is a parasite. Oh, the parasite. This is like I never noticed before. So I really appreciate we doing this broadcast. I learned a lot, Richard. Go ahead. You know more than me. So share it. What do you know?
No, I thank you, Eva, and thank you, Henry. So actually, to me, it's also very surprised that the tuber cancer respond to the antiparasitics And we know that ivermectin, fenbendazole, and so on. I want to say that another medicine called artesunate, right? This is the one from invented by Tu Youyou from China, but she is now controlled by the CCP, because CCP, they don't want the people to know this medicine, which is the best, to human health, not only killing the cancer, right, but also fixing the cell problem or the damage of the cells, right? According, all of this knowledge according to Mao School and NFSC, right? So we are so lucky that we have Mao School telling us this truth. But to me, actually, Eva, I have a question. Now in the Western world, everybody, started to talk about the ivermectin and fenbendazole, right? But I remember ivermectin was invented in Japan by a Japanese, scientist or doctor, and who also got the Nobel Prize. So, but the artesunate is not yet discussed in the media. I didn't see any, in Western media or Western doctors, they talk about this medicine. But obviously to us, this medicine is the best out of all, right? So I don't understand why, but definitely this is the best.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the ivermectin. I first time I heard about this. The medicine is from Mao School. Maybe we share some Mao School's clip, and then we come back to talk.
I want to reiterate today, COVID-19 is a bioweapon created by the Chinese Communist Party. The vaccines were manufactured by the Chinese Communist Party. All those vaccines made with graphene oxide and vaccine disasters are another wave of biochemical warfare, an escalation of biochemical warfare. With all the planned vaccine-induced high transmission and high mortality, it then finally controls the world. Through vaccines, vaccine economies, vaccine politics, and vaccine warfare. It was all done by the Chinese Communist Party. Those conspiring with the Chinese Communist Party include America's Wall Street, several compromised officials in the US CDC, and those officials in Europe, along with shadow organizations and illegal groups around the world. They all conspire with the Chinese Communist Party. Wang Qishan is the core representative of such an illegal organization, and this is also the reason that he hasn't been eliminated. The Chinese Communist Party still needs him.
Okay, we come back. So, Harry, you want to go ahead to share, or you want to talk?
Okay, so see, Miles, warn the world that review the CSPs, okay, so ivermectin, okay, so I remember, Miles said, how could you guys, trust the COVID, vaccine? So Miles asked, people, you even didn't find out how the COVID-19, getting started. So what's the nature of the virus, right? So lateral or lab engineered. How could they make, the vaccine? So this is the question that we need to answer before we're thinking about the vaccine. Also, I would like to also, ask people, and so what's the ingredients in the vaccine? You know what? Pfizer, I remember, Pfizer once, attempted to the court to seal the documents of the COVID-19 vaccine, including the ingredients, but failed. The court said it's about the safety of the people, right? So the question is why the Pfizer intended to do that. Okay, so my friend told me once when she got a shot, she wanted to. It's just out of curiosity. She just want to take a look, what the bottle, of the vaccine. Okay, but she was declined by the nurse. You know why? Because the nurse said, "Oh, I was instructed not to give the bottle to you guys." Okay, but some people do see that bottle on the bottle, on the surface of the bottle, it's clearly right, what the written experimental. So how could people trust those? Please know that Miles, he make this video. He is not doctor. Yeah, he said, yes, I'm not doctor, but we know that he has a lot. He do not do analysis. He do not do prediction. Okay, so all his relevation about CCP, about the world affairs, about the military, about geo politics, everything. Okay, so he just based on his personal experience and based on intel. So that's he has a lot of the top real scientists working behind him. So that's why that we choose to believe Miles. That's why a lot of people listen to him, and their millions of lives has been saved. Okay.
Yeah, I remember my school very early to tell us don't take the COVID vaccine, and then the time I really don't know what was the will happen after taking the COVID vaccine, but I just trust him, and then tell my friend, my relative around me. And but of course, not much people to believe or trust, because I tell them don't take it, but mostly they took the vaccine, COVID vaccine, and then eventually, I think everybody's families members got the cancer, or like people already passed away. Everybody have this kind of experience. So now, like the conspiracy before, I always think, oh my, this is the human being very evil, and then now I really believe they're really evil. It's not conspiracy. Yeah, go ahead, Richard. What do you think?
Yeah, Ava, actually, I'm thinking the same. That's why, in the Bible, and then God make a flood. The great flood to kill all of the people that He made, except Noah's family, Noah's family, and so this is a human nature, right? So I always remind myself, in the future, one day, if I'm that I have that kind of influence or power, maybe I will do the same thing. But with the whistleblower movement, the NFSC, and also Miles was remind that we have to have the faith to God, and then so that we do not do that kind of evil things, right? To kill the people or get the benefits over the people's life. But we always say that the Miles told us a lot of things, and especially for today's video clip, he said that the Wall Street colluded with the CCP for this kind of COVID-19 CCP virus and the vaccine, right? So I remember that we did a broadcasting before, sharing one issue about the shareholders of Pfizer and Google, right? Remember the institutional shareholders of Pfizer and Google, they are the same. They are the same group of people. So I believe the evil guys, including with the CCP, are the same guys. Like Miles was say that the guys behind those institutional like a fund, right? Those are the evil guys.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I remember. I think about like on this earth, nobody like Miles Gore risk his own life, own family's members, everybody's alive, and take his own the money and the asset, everything to tell the whole world he want to save the people from the evil. So I don't think any other people can doing just like he done. So that's why we come here to broadcast to tell the world, no matter what, after if you have a cancer or come to take ivermectin or artemisinin. So maybe next time I bring the artemisinin clothes put on, like I want more people know that one can save your life. So it's a time up, and maybe next time also we show Richard one of the chart. I really like it. There's how much the evil guys own the Google, how much they own the Pfizer. That one I really like to show. But see you next time.
See you next time. Take down
down
CCP.
Take down CCP.
Take down CCP. Take down CCP.